Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. My name is Yamitra Jojo Whitehead, the only Live Past Crazy specialist, so what better place to be than here with me. It's time to get this morning started. Good morning. Hope everybody had a great weekend. My name is Yamitra Jojo Whitehead, the only Live Past Crazy specialist, so what better place to be than here with me. Are y'all ready to get this Monday started? Like this morning, y'all. You know how you wake up with a whole plan? Great morning, Miss Valerie. You wake up with a whole plan, or you went to bed with a whole plan, and then it doesn't work out that way. That was me this morning. My plan that I had did not work out. My plan was to work out this morning and to, it was to work out this morning and to get my devotion in, my quiet time. Yeah, I didn't do any of that. Nope, I didn't do any of that, but I should do it today. So let's get this morning started. I was trying to find a quote for this morning because I saw one yesterday and now I can't find it. Oh, here's one. The passion for stretching yourself and sticking to it, especially when it's not going well, is the hallmark of the growth mindset. This is the mindset that allows people to thrive during some of the most challenging times of their life. And that's Carol S. Dweck of Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. That's a book. So I thought that was a great one. And it goes great with our topic this morning. Please make sure you share the video because sharing is caring. Don't forget, if your friends and family do not have Facebook, we do have a YouTube channel. Let me post it here so you can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows there. This is the 17th day of my birthday month. So I am excited about that. Y'all know we've been doing a lot of freebies and giveaways, so make sure you check those out. I posted the poster to that yesterday, so make sure you check that out. So here's the thought of the day. Actually, it's kind of twofold, but on this journey, as we start to grow, as we start to do things differently. Yes, ma'am. The passion for stretching yourself and sticking to it, even or especially when it's not going well, is the hallmark of the growth mindset. This is the mindset that allows people to thrive during some of the most challenging times in their life. I'll paste it in there for you, Miss Valerie. There you go. I love that. So when we're on this journey, we get started a lot. Like, oh, Jojo, I'm going to start this journey and this is what I'm going to do and I'm going to do this. And first of all, you don't have to promise or show or tell me anything. It is the commitment to yourself that's important. You're welcome, Miss Valerie. But I want you to notice where you stop. So a lot of times when we start on this journey, guilty, and we will always do confessions and conversations with me because, you know, I don't know anybody else's life but mine. So notice where you are stopping when you start on this journey. For me, that was a big thing. So if you watched last week, we talked about, what was the topic last week? The poverty of the soul. We talked about that on Thursday or Friday. It was the poverty of the soul and how we live in that because sometimes we're afraid to ask. And so on this journey, you need to take a look at where do you keep stopping and having to start over. For me, where I absolutely kept stopping is asking for more. It's where I absolutely kept stopping. I didn't want to ask for, I didn't want to keep asking for more because I felt like, who am I to be asking for more than what I have now? I felt ashamed, embarrassed to want more. I felt like, well, Jojo, you know, who are you? You just a little girl from Far City. Who are you to be asking? You know, you worked at McDonald's your whole life, and I went through the whole story. Like, who are you to be asking for freedom to do these things, or to ask for all the things up here and demand for those to be so? And so for me, that's where I kept stopping. And so when you keep stopping at your less than, then your self-doubt is going to creep in. It's going to be more and more. That's when you're going to have those moments like, you know what? You're right. I'm no good. I'm not good enough to do this. And so where do you keep stopping? And why do you keep stopping there? Is there a particular reason why you stop there? For me, I had to realize I kept stopping there because, one, I was afraid. Right, Miss Valley. And I couldn't, and that was the thing, I could not figure it out. I couldn't figure it out. And then, two, I was scared to figure it out. Because once you want more, you do more. Come on, Miss Valley, with the Bible verse. And once you want more and you do more, what is expected? And then there's more responsibility for JoJo to do more. Like, I will open up this bookstore. It will happen. But I was scared to say I wanted to open up a bookstore. I want to have this women's retreat. And I will have this women's retreat August 23rd through 25th in Clearwater, Florida. But I was afraid to say that I wanted to do that. And I kept stopping there because I was afraid that I had accomplished or done everything that I could do, that there was nothing more, that this is as far as I could go. I couldn't go any further, which wasn't true. But because I kept choosing to stop there, that was all there was going to be to my story. There wasn't going to be anything else. And it wasn't going to be anything else because I stopped asking and I stopped looking for anything more. And then here's the second part. I kept holding on to the false benefits of telling my story. Well, you know, I can't go do this women's retreat because here's a false benefit of telling my story. I don't have the money. And because I don't have the money, then I can't do it. And because I can't do it, then I can't change women's lives. And because I can't change women's lives, then I can't be my sister's keeper. And because I can't be my sister's keeper, I can't do the morning show. And because I can't do the morning show, I should just go to work. You see how quick you can go down that little hole? So when we hold on to those false benefits of telling our story, there's no benefit of us, JoJo, not taking responsibility for your greatness. That was Friday. Was that Friday or Thursday's topic? Grant Cardone, he talked about you are doing more damage, not living up to your greatness and trying to stuff yourself into something smaller. You're doing more damage to yourself. You're doing more damage to your friends and your family when you're not living great. When you're not living big, when you're not demanding more, you're doing more damage than good. You're hurting yourself more than you are helping. And so when I hold on to those false benefits of telling my story, and y'all saw how I went down that rabbit hole real fast, who am I hurting? In the end, is it my girls who are watching me when I tell them they can do anything and be anything they want to be, but they see me punk out the minute I try to do something different? Is that fair to them? And what am I teaching them? That when you come up against an obstacle, hey, when you don't know all the answers, you can always quit. Am I teaching them that? Is that fair? Is that what they really deserve? So the false benefits of holding on to my story is serving nobody at all. And where's my sticky for the rest of the year? Y'all know it. Freedom 2019. Because I'm asking for all things here. All things here. I'm not asking for things here and accepting here. Not going to do it. So notice where you're stopping. And then in the noticing where you're stopping, why are you stopping? Just why? Why are you not doing the things? Is it a valid reason? Like JoJo, is it a valid reason that you don't want to do that? Is it a valid reason? Thank you, Miss Valerie. Is it a valid reason? Like, y'all, I had this conversation with myself. Like last night, driving home, I was like, I need to do, because I promise you guys I go live every day for my birthday and for during the week it's going to be at night, and I was going to give away freebies. Well, I've missed 3 nights, and last night I was like, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. My afro was out to here. I was like, I look a hot mess. I don't want to go live. And here's my thought process. JoJo, why don't you want to go live? Because my hair's a mess. No, that's not the truth. Why don't you want to do this? Because I didn't think about a freebie that I want to do. But didn't you say you were going to talk to him about journaling live? Yep, but why don't you do that? I don't feel like it. Why not? Because I'm tired. Are you really tired? Did you really do a lot today? Or you just want to do whatever it is you want to do and say, oh, my hair is big, I look a mess, I'm tired. But you're going to have the energy to go in your room and read that book that you want to do. So you don't have the energy to do a live for 5 minutes. I mean, after all you did, this was something you said. And so I had to hold myself accountable, and I had to notice where I was stopping. And where I stop a lot of times is right there on the edge of, this is where more is, and this is where I am currently, and this is the little gap. And it simply takes me stepping over it to get to the more. Sometimes it's that simple. But you got to notice where you're stopping. You got to notice why you're stopping. And you got to talk yourself through that. And I do that a lot, because if you don't, you'll realize is that you're stopping yourself every day, all day long. For all my sisters and my brothers could be out here changing the world for their immediate community. Yesterday was Father's Day. There could, I know plenty of fathers. Both of my fathers have passed away. I was blessed to have 2 in my life who played a great role in my life. And there's some fathers still who could change the life of somebody else who was not their child. Change the life of the community, of the boys that they see every day. But because they are afraid to say, yes, I can do that, or because, what's the quote? You may not want to be the lion, but the lion's roar has fell on you. That means you may not want to be the one, my brother, to make the change, but the lion's roar has fallen on you to do so. That means that whisper that won't go away, the thing that you think about how you can change your community, how you can help that other brother, it won't leave you alone, because you may not have wanted to be the lion, but the lion's roar has fell on you. That means you're his voice, and it is up to you to make the change. You may not have wanted to be, but it is now your job to be the lion's roar. So, my brother, it's fresh off Father's Day. Go change your community. My sisters, we're fresh off Mother's Day just last month. Every day, we have the opportunity to change our community. And just to think, if we have a sister and a brother working together, it is that simple. Yet we tend to make it that complicated. We can change the world. We can do all things. I am my sister's keeper. If we become aware of why we stop, where are we stopping at, and then talk to ourselves about why are we stopping, why are we not doing this thing? Why are you not out there talking to the brothers on the corner? Why are you not out there telling that young man to pull his pants up, or help him with show him how to tie a tie? Why are you not telling him? And this is my reasoning, is I know what it's like to not have things, to not understand. And if I am my sister's keeper, why would I want to hold that information when I know the frustration and the aggravation I went through when I did not know? Why would I willingly watch my brother and my sister struggle when I have the information to share? I may not want to be the lion, but the lion's roar has failed. So I've got to do it, because it's not going to leave you alone. And then when you ignore it, when you ignore the whisper, when you ignore the things that only you can do, your life becomes miserable. I'm not even playing. They're not going to work out for you in the smallest of ways. You keep getting that same job and not making any money. Man, you keep getting that same relationship, and you don't understand why you keep getting the same girl and the same man. Man, the same people asked you for the same thing all the time. You may not have wanted to be the lion, but the lion's roar has fell upon you. So notice where you're stopping. Notice where you're stopping, and then let go of the false benefits of holding on to your story. Jojo, I can't do this. I'm from Forest City. Me too. I worked at McDonald's from 14 to 22 with a college education. And I'm from Forest City, Union Mills. I did all the things. I had a kid at 22, graduated at 22. I mean, I've been to homeless. I've lived in a shelter. I've done all the things. It did not change the fact that my whisper didn't go away. It didn't change the fact that the lion's roar had fell on me. It didn't change the fact that the more I chose not to listen to the thing I was supposed to do, the more I tried to not live great and be amazing. And the more I tried to force myself into a smaller version of myself, the more damage I was doing. I wasn't benefiting anybody. And no one was benefiting from me, not to a full extent. They were not. And so we're doing more damage when we hold ourselves back. So notice where you're stopping. Notice why you are stopping. Like, why are you doing that? Why do you keep stopping there? What are we afraid of? I'm afraid that people are going to want more from me. I'm afraid that they are going to... And here's the thing. They're going to say the same thing whether I do it or not. They're going to say, who JoJo? Now, who does JoJo think she is? Who? That's Gerald Waddell, child. Who does she? I know her daddy owned the liquor house, not Shane. Who does she think she is? They're gonna say, JoJo, you know what? She do way too much. They're gonna say that regardless. Miss Valerie's making sense for me too. A to the man. And I keep stopping because there's more responsibility over here than there was over here. It's more responsibility. There's more responsibility for my mindset. There's more responsibility for my tribe of people, as Miss Margaret says. There's more responsibility for me to be my sister's keeper. There's more responsibility to my family. There's more responsibility to the man upstairs. If I can be a small Christian and get away with it, if I can be a small Christian and just go to church and maybe hold a little deacon, usher, I'm a deaconess, I'm a usher, I'm a missionary, I'm a Sunday school teacher, I taught Bible school, Bible study. If I can be a small Christian, and float under the radar and just do the bare minimum of Christianity, then maybe Jesus won't require no more of me. That's a lie. False benefits for holding on to your story. Right. We do. We've got to step outside of our comfort zone. And I'm so outside of my comfort zone in all things. So I think a lot of times we're just afraid of the responsibility. And then we're so used to shoving ourselves down into a smaller version of ourselves. And when we start expanding and stretching, I wish I could find that quote. When we start expanding and stretching ourselves, then we start to realize it. Here's one. The charge is simple. It's liberating, and yet at times it's terrifying. We alone have the power to open our lives. First, we must open up. Then we live openly, and then our life expands. Just saying. There's another one in here about sisterhood. I wish I could find it. I'm just saying. So notice where you keep stopping. Notice why we keep stopping there. And a lot of times it's fear, ego, and not in the fear of the unknown. That's why we keep stopping right here. That's why we can't go past it. That's why I couldn't go past and want to offer the women's retreat. That's why I couldn't go past and say I wanted to write another book. That's why I couldn't go past and do other things that I wanted to do. Y'all was with me. Y'all saw I did the journaling process last night. I've written some big stuff in here. And I wrote it down because I kept stopping with it just staying in my mind. When you write it down, it becomes more real. And then the realer it becomes, again, y'all know this nerd science, brain science, because I'm a nerd. The more you think about it, the more it happens. But more importantly, once you say it and once you write it down, your brain takes a mental picture of it, and then it does everything in its power to make it happen for you. So if you say, I'm broke, I'm tired, I'm disgusted, your brain takes a picture of it and it gives you that. If you continue to say, I'm mad, I'm angry and upset about this situation, your brain will make sure that you stay that way because it wants to give you whatever you want. So notice, and so that goes hand in hand. Notice where you're stopping. Why do you keep stopping there? What is that thing that's stopping you and why? I talk to myself. I'm not ashamed to say I talk to myself all the time. Jojo, why do you keep stopping here? And I'll tell you, confessions and conversations, I'll tell you, I'll stop sometimes because I'm like, who wants to hear Jojo from the Fearless Morning Show? Who am I to say I can help somebody? Who am I to say I can change lives? Who am I to say any of that? And then I realized I didn't want to take on the responsibility of those things. Because when we decide, because we're doing more damage living smaller. We're doing more damage when we're not living up to our greatness and living big. We're doing more damage to our friends, our family, our children. Because what are we teaching them? Okay, we're doing more damage then. But then we're also relieving ourselves of responsibility of not changing because we hold on to false benefits of telling my story. You know, because some of us, we just want to be skate below the line Christians. Yep, I love Jesus. Yes, I'm a deaconess. Yes, I'm a missionary. I can teach the best Bible study. I got you for some Sunday school. I can do all the things. All the things. Bare minimum Christian. Because when I change and understand that I live in the kingdom with the king and he takes care of the kingdom, and there's certain benefits that I get from living in the kingdom and having the king take care of me and being the king's kid, then I understand that there's more for me to have, but there's responsibility of the more. But if we can just skate by being a small person, a small Christian, just doing a bare minimum in church, because Jesus, maybe he's not going to require no more of me than that, then that's where I'm going to stay. Because the minute Jesus is going to require more of me, then I got to let go of those false benefits of my story. I'm broke. I ain't got no money. I'm a single parent. I don't know what I'm doing. Look at Jojo, you're from Far City. Look at your mom and your daddy. Who were you? You worked at McDonald's your whole life. You are married to an abusive husband. You lived in the shelter. You had to ask other people for underwear. When I hold on to that story, there's no, in the false benefits of it, then I'm relieving myself of the responsibility of the more that I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just saying, good morning, Miss Moore. How you doing? I'm just saying. Notice where you keep stopping. Notice why you keep stopping there. And then talk yourself right back around that. Some of us would rather deal with the comfort of crazy than the discipline of freedom. And the discipline of freedom is you taking responsibility that Jesus didn't put you here to be small and play less than. He didn't put you there for that. Nope. You may not have want to be the lion, but the lion's roar has fell upon you. So that means, Jojo, confessions and conversations, whether you think you are the one to do it or not, the lion's roar has fell upon you. That means I don't have an option to be quiet because the whisper is in my ear. The whisper has turned into the shout. The shout has turned into a roar. Now I'm living the whisper out loud. And now my shout has turned into a roar. And sometimes your roar, ladies, my sisters, It's simply a statement. It doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be this with a bullhorn, your roar. Could simply be a statement. I am my sister's keeper. And please understand, there are some people who will never heed to their whisper. Their whisper will never be a shout. But collectively, as my sister's keeper, we can make a great noise. We can make a great statement. But we got to notice where we keep stopping. We got to let go of those false benefits of holding on to your story. Yep, I don't have the money. Yep, I came from varsity. Yes, I worked at McDonald's my whole life, 14 and 22. Yes, I can still work there if need be. But here's the thing. If you're a God's girl, if you live in the kingdom, He didn't ask you to do a whole lot. He said, write the vision, make it plain. He said, ask, He'll give. He said, if I take care of the birds and the fowls there, how much more pleasure does it give Him to take care of me? He said, my foundations were made of rubies. Take the sides off my tent so He can enlarge my territory. He said, wherever I place my feet is mine. I'm just saying. And here's the thing. Joshua, I love the Old Testament. Joshua said, no, you know how they sent people down and they saw the giants and they said, oh, we can't go. There's giants. Okay. Joshua went down there as an old man because the Bible says you can go boldly to the throne. So why ask for less than when He clearly said you could come boldly and ask, right? Because we be bold about everything in the world, but the thing that you're supposed to do, you don't want to be bold about that. So Joshua went down there and he said, look, he went up to the giant. He was like, look, is you for me or are you against me? Either way, here I am. He was an old man. And he went down there, confronted the giant. And guess what the giant said? Dog. And this is my interpretation. Please go read the Old Testament for yourself. This is my interpretation. The giant said, dog, I'm an angel of the Lord. What? I was waiting on you, boo. Take off your feet. Take off your shoes because where you stand in is holy ground. Sometimes the giant that we are afraid of, the thing that we don't want to go past, right where we stop, the false benefits of our story, not listening to our lions roar, not listening to our whisper, is not fear. It's not the giant. There's no big great thing for us to be afraid of. It is simply your angel waiting on you to arrive at your destination. It looks big because you're looking at it from a different point of view. Because, you know, Joshua was way up here. He was looking down. Closer he got, and when he got up on it, he still had to ask to make sure. And then the angel told him this is what it was. How many of us are at a different point of view looking at things assuming that it's bad, that it's the worst? Whoa, it's big. I can't handle that. Guilty. But when we get there, it was our blessing waiting on us. But because it looks so big from far away. Come on, JoJo. I'm getting this all for myself. The Today Show is for me. But because we were from a different point of view, and because we didn't understand, or because we didn't want to hold on to our greatness, because you do more damage not living great than you do living small, because we didn't want to walk up to it because it looked so big, and when you get up on it, you realize it was your blessing all along, the one thing that you were looking for. And sometimes, my sisters and my brothers, we don't get it because we're busy with the complaining. We're busy with the falseness of our story, that we don't have room to receive the blessing. I didn't mean to go down that tangent, but aid to the men, that was for me. Notice why you keep stopping. What is the false benefits of holding on to your story? Is it accomplishing the thing that you want? Or is it holding you back so you can keep holding on to that story, so that you can keep living less than, so you don't have to take responsibility, so then you don't have to do anything? Guilty of all the things. Guilty. What is my intent? What is my intention? Why am I saying yes? Notice why I keep stopping. Where do I keep stopping? And why? What am I going to do about it? And the false benefits of holding on to my story. So, that is the Phyllis thought of the day. And I truly believe it was just for me. Here's the quote of the day. The passion for stretching yourself and sticking to it even or especially when it's not going well, is the hallmark of the growth mindset. This is the mindset that allows people to thrive during some of the most challenging times in their lives. And that is by Kardec. So I hope this has helped one of my sisters this morning. It has truly helped me. It has exactly what I needed today. I talk to myself a lot of times, not ashamed. And I have to notice why I keep stopping, where I keep stopping, and exactly what am I going to do with the fact that I keep doing that. It is that simple, yet we make it that complicated. I think we make it complicated because we need it to be complicated so that we won't do it. We need it to be complicated so that we don't have to take on the responsibility of it. We need all of it to be complicated so that we can allow it to hold us back. I need it to be complicated. I need it to be hard so I won't do it. I need it to do all of those things. So there we have it. I hope you guys have enjoyed the Fearless Morning Show. Thank you for coming here. I greatly appreciate you allowing me to share with you every single morning. Please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. Don't forget, if your friends and family do not have Facebook, that is the YouTube channel where you can binge watch all the Fearless Morning Shows over there. And they are by topic and by title. But today's thought, notice where you are. Notice why you keep stopping there. And the false benefits of holding on to your story. What is the benefit of holding on to your story? And they're false benefits. They're not real. Like they not real for real. They not. They just not. There's the flyer that has all my freebies so far. Last night we did the journaling process. I showed y'all one of my journals. I have a gazillion. Now this is the smallest of all of them because this is the one I keep in my purse. So last night I walked y'all through my journaling process. If you go to my page, make sure you check it out because it's still up and on there. And just how I taught myself through it. But today, guys, notice why you keep stopping where you are and where you're stopping, and talk yourself through that. And those false benefits of holding on to your story. It doesn't make your greatness go away. It doesn't make the thing that you're supposed to do go away because you're ignoring it. It doesn't make it go away. It can make your life a little living hell. I understand that if you don't do the things that you're destined to do, that you're supposed to do, your life will be difficult. That's my personal belief. And so far, it has held true to me. So, all right, guys, I hope you have an amazing Monday. Please make sure you share the video because sharing is caring. If this has helped somebody, please let me know so I know that I'm not just talking to myself and that you enjoyed the show. I greatly appreciate you. If you have a topic or a suggestion that you want me to cover, please make sure you send it to me as well, and I will do that. But I appreciate you guys coming to the Fearless Morning Show. My name is Yamitra JoJo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? All right, guys, I hope you have an amazing Monday. Today is the 17th day of my birthday month. My birthday is June 29th. That's not this Saturday, but next Saturday. I am beyond excited. I'm treating myself to a trip. So I am excited about that. But I do want to have a birthday party. And I need all the Fearless Morning Show friends and family to get together and let's have a birthday party. I haven't had one since I was 5. And I really want to go to Vegas. And I really want to reenact Think Like a Man. I really want to do that. So, all right, guys. I hope you have an amazing Monday. And I will see you later on this evening. Let me know what freebie you would like for today. So last night we did the journaling. If you want to do a class, let me know. And maybe we can do a live and talk about that. Here's some topics. I don't even have the topics with me. So maybe I'll post the topics and you guys can pick one. So we'll do that this evening. All right, guys. Have an amazing Monday. Please be safe. Be peaceful. Be peaceful, period. There's nothing after that. And I will see you here later on this evening. Have a good one.